Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting with another topic, that is topic number 5 of number system, that is powers. So right now we are doing a course of completing the quant section of CSAT exam for UPSC, and this is the fifth topic. If you have not seen the last 4 videos, I would highly recommend you watch them first before starting with this video. So today we are going to do the powers and exponent, and you will also learn how to handle the negative powers. Correct? So let's start with the first part. What exactly is a power? Power means, suppose a number is given to you and you raise it to, suppose this is how you have seen a lot of times, right? So here what you see is, how do you interpret this? So this means that the this number is multiplied 3 times. 2 into 2 into 2. Now 4 raised to power 5. What does this mean? That this number 4 is multiplied 5 times. 4 into 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. Correct? So if I say what is this? 6 into 6 into 6 into 6. How do you write this in the form of power or exponent form? You say 6 is multiplied 4 times. So 6 raised to power 4. Correct? So the type of question they can ask you from this topic is, they are going to give you a power of like this, say 236 raised to power 101, and they are going to ask you what is the last digit in the total output. So are you going to multiply 236 101 times to get the answer? The answer is surely no. So there should be some way of finding such answers without doing the actual multiplication, and that is what we are going to learn in this one, right? So let's see here. So this number, suppose 2 raised to power 40. If someone asks you 2 raised to power 40, what is going to be the last digits in this output? So 2 raised to power 40, what exactly is 2 raised to power 40? 2 multiply how many times? 40 times, correct? 40 times. So one way is you do the multiplication, 2 into 2 into 2 at 40 times. That is going to take a lot of time. Or what is the other way of doing it? Simply, when you multiply 2, means suppose let's start with 2 raised to power 1. What is going to be the answer? 2, right? Now let's raise to power one time, means 2 raised to power 2. What is the output? 4. Then 2 raised to power 3. What is the output? 8. 2 raised to power 4. What is the output? 16. So I'm just ignoring the one part and just focusing on the 6. So you have 2, 4, 8 and 6 as the last digit till now. What is the power 2 raised to power 5? 2 raised to power 5 is actually 32. So 32. So you will get 2 in the end. 2 raised to power 6. So 2 raised to power 6 is what? So 2 raised to power 6 is 64. So you will get 4 in the end. 2 raised to power 7. You get 8 in the end. 2 raised to power 8 is, you will get 6 in the end. So this pattern is repeating. Correct? So this 2 pattern is repeating after every 4 digit. Means after every 4 powers. So we have a pattern like this: 2, 4, 2, 4, 8 and 6. 2, 4, 8 and 6. 2, 4, 8 and 6 and so on. So after every fourth power, this repeats. So what will happen in the case of 2 raised to power 40? So we will move like this. So 37 is going to have a power 2, 38, 39 and 40. So this is going to be the fourth, correct? And how do you know it? So whatever is the power, 40 divided by how many the repeating power, that is 4. So 40 divided by 4, what are you left with? That is power of 0. So that is, the power of 0 is the last one, correct? So if they have asked you 41 raised to power 4, so what is the remainder? You have got the remainder as 1. So what is 1? This is 1. 2 raised to power 1 is 1, correct? 2 raised to power 2 is 4. So this is the way you check it. So I'm just going to delete it. So for you to make it and understand even better. So how did we start with? So 2 raised to power 1 is 2. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. 2 raised to power 3 is, so to calculate 2 raised to power 3, you simply multiply 4 into 2. So always just to multiply 2 in the last number. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. So I'm not going to write 16, I'm going to write 6. So next one is 2 and 6 into 2, 12. 2 into 2 again 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8, 6. So you see that pattern is repeating after every 4 digits. So I know that the repeating pattern is 4. Now whatever is power given to me, that is 40. I divide it by what? 4. So what is the remainder left? That is 0. So correct. Second part is also done. Remainder left is 0. So 2, 4, 8, 6. Correct. So if you are left with remainder 0, this is the number. Remainder 1 is this. Remainder 2 is this. And remainder 3 is this. Now you know which number to pick on the basis of your remainder. So 40 divided by 4, you are left with 0 remainder. Your answer is 6. So the last digit of 2 raised to power 40 is 6. I'm just investing a lot of time in the first example. That from second onwards, you will be able to easily understand it. Correct. Now moving on to 3 raised to power 42. Now 3 raised to power 42. Again, what I'm going to do? 3 raised to power 1 is 3. 3 raised to power 2 is 9. How did I check? 3. This multiply this by 3. So 9. Next number is 3. Multiply this number by 3. 9 3 is 27. I'm only going to pick 7. Next number, this multiply this by 3, so you are left with 21. 7 3 is 21, but I am only going to pick 1. So again multiply 3, I am left with 3, 9, 7, 1, 3, 9, 7, 1, and so on. So what is the pattern here, right? What is the pattern here? I am going to just rub it. So the pattern here is 3, 9, 7, 1. First part is done, and whenever is the remainder is 0, remainder 1, remainder 2, remainder 3. Correct? Till now, this is clear. Now, they are asking for 3 raised to power 42. Now, 42 divided by, how many repeating patterns are there? 4. So, 42 divided by 4. So, I am left with remainder as 2. So, what is remainder as 2? That is 9. So, my answer is 9. Correct? So, the last digit of 3 raised to power 42 is 9. Easy? This part is clear. If you are not able to understand this, I would suggest you replay this video starting from 2 raised to power 40 and then moving to 3 raised to power 42. Correct? Now moving on to the next part, 5 raised to power 107. Let's start with 5. 5 raised to power 1 is 5. 5 square is 5 5 is 25. So last digit 5. Last digit 5. 5. 5 is the easiest of all. So multiply how many times you want. The last digit is always going to be 5. So the answer is 5. Easy, easy. So you don't have to do any remainder or that. You just know that any power of 5 is 5. So the 5 is done. 6. How are we going to do it? 6. 6 into 6 is 36. What I am going to pick? Only part 6. 6 into 6 is 36. So only I am to put 6. 6, 6, 6 and so on. So whatever is the power of 6, we know that whatever is the power of 6, the last digit is always going to be 6. So I am not bothering. So the 5 and 6 are similar. You don't need to do anything since you already know it. Now let's see the power of 7. 7. 7 into 7 is 49. So I'm only going to pick 9. The last digit. Now 9 sevens are 63. I'm only going to pick 3. 3 sevens are 21. I'm only going to pick 1. So again this 1 into 7. 7. So 7, 9, 3, 1. 7, 9, 3, 1. Correct? 7, 9, 3, 1 is my repeating pattern. This is very similar to that. I'm just making it fast because you already know 7, 9, 3, 1. Here remainder is 0, remainder is 1, remainder 2, remainder 3. Now what is the power of 7? 406. How I need to divide it by what? 4, because there are 4 repeating numbers. So we divided by 4. So you are left with remainder as 2. So if you are left with remainder as 2, what is the answer in the end? This number 9. So 9 is the answer. Correct? Now let's move to 8. So 8. Now what is my 8? 8 is a 64. So I am left with 4. Now 4 into 8. 8 4 is a, sorry, multiply it by 8. 8 is a 64. 8 4 is a 2. So I am left with 2. Now multiply it by 8. 8 to the 16. Multiply it by what? What is the next number? 8. 8 6 is a 48. 4. 2, 6. So what is the repeating pattern here? I have 8, 4, 2, 6. So in case of 8, the repeating pattern is 8, 4, 2, 6. Remainder is 0 here, remainder is 1 here, remainder is 2 here, remainder is 3 here. How many repeating patterns here? So repeating numbers are 4 repeating numbers. So 17 divided by 4. So I am left with remainder as 1. So what is the answer? Remainder as 1 is equivalent to number 8. Number is 8. So the last digits of 8 raised to power 17 is 8. Done? Now, moving on. Negative power. I hope this is clear. And so if we go back, 2 raised to power 40, you just need to find the pattern 2, 4, 8, 6 and the answer will be easy. In case of 3, the repeating pattern was 3, 9, 7, 1. Answer was easy. In case of 5, always the power ending is 5. So you don't need to do anything. Same goes for 6. 7 and 8 were also similar to 2 and 3. Now what is negative power? Suppose I say 1 by 2 raised to power 6. What exactly does this mean? So here you see, how can you write 1 raised to power 1 by 2 raised to power 6? So one way is, you can write this as 1 by 6. So you can, this is how you would separate the power. 2 raised to power 6 means whatever is the power, assign it to the numerator, assign it to the denominator separately, and this is how you done, right? So 1 raised to power 6 is 1, 2 raised to power 6 is 4 for 16, 16 was a 64. So this is the number, right? So how do we do it? We assign the power 6 to power numerator and denominator separately and find the answer. But if a negative power is given to you, this is 2 raised to minus 6. How do we interpret it? So the first step is, you write it like this: 1 by 2 raised to power 6, and you can take out minus 1 from it. Clear? So minus 1 is taken out. So minus 1, I'm just taking it out, and 6 in keeping it inside. Why? Because we know that 6 into minus 1 is minus 6, correct? So I'm just taking minus 1 out for now. So 1 by 20, 1 by 2 raised to power 6 is 1 by 64, we know, raised to power minus 1. So what does minus 1 power do? Minus 1 or power reciprocal of the number. So reciprocal means it changes numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. So 1 by 64, numerator is 1 and denominator is 64. So if we do the reciprocal of this, so the numerator will become denominator and denominator will become numerator. So it will turn into 64 by 1, correct? So 1 by 64 of reciprocate, you will get 64 by 1 or 64. So this is how you deal with the negative power. What does the negative power means? Negative makes it a reciprocate of the fraction, correct? This part is clear. Now, to coming to the last slide of this is the question they have asked in CSAT 2020. They are asking which one is the largest number. So I'm just going to write it for number for you. 1 raised to minus 6, 1 by 4 raised to power minus 3, 1 by 3 raised to power minus 4, and 1 by 6 raised to power minus 2. Correct? So how do we solve it? First thing I've already told you, 1 by 2 raised to power 6 raised to power minus 1. Take minus 1 out. 1 by 4 raised to power 3. Take minus 1 out. 1 by 3 raised to power 4. Take minus 1 out for now. 1 by 2 raised to, 1 by 6 raised to power 2. Take minus 1 out. So solve it. So you will get 1 by 2 raised to power 6 is already told you 64 raised to power minus 1. This will be 64 raised to power minus 1. This will be 1 by 9 9 the 81 raised to power minus 1, and you will have 1 by 36 raised to power minus 1. You do the reciprocal of it. This will be 64, this will be 64, this will be 81, this will be 36. Which is the largest number? 81. So answer is C. Easy. This will be easy for you to know in the exams if you know the negative power.